Hey guys, Squatch Reloading here. Today in this video, a couple months ago, someone sent me a jug of this stuff right here, brass juice. And before we get started, I am in no way affiliated with brass juice. Quite frankly, I just never was convinced that this stuff was any good. So I gave it a shot. And here's some I just ran here this morning. And the stuff is it's the real deal. It's pretty legit. I ran that. Actually, this is the second washing with reusing the same mixture of brass juice. So this is the second time I've washed brass with the same mixture, and those are the results. And I've done it up to 5 times and still yielded results like this. What I like is I'm not dealing with stainless steel pins here, but this stuff, in my opinion, is kind of pricey. This jug right here is 32 ounces and it is 20 bucks. However, from my experience so far, one mixture, I use 2 ounces per basically a little over a gallon of water, and I can reuse it five times. And you know, sometimes that could be 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 pistol cartridges, and that's pretty good. So if you guys follow me on social media, today I picked up some of the dirtiest brass I have ever found. Various rifle sizes, pistol, and I had to run a magnet across it because most of it was black. It was so badly tarnished. And I'm going to show you guys those right there. So I thought, let's really put this brass juice to the test. And again, I am not affiliated with brass juice whatsoever. This is just something that someone sent to me, said, hey, try this, you're going to love it. So far, I really dig it. And you know, like I said, I'm getting quite a few uses out of the same mixture of cleaner. So far it's been good, and the results have been pretty awesome, especially not dealing with stainless steel pins. I'm reusing the same liquid, you know, less mess, less waste. So from that aspect, I'm really digging it. But to really put it to the test, again, I've got some of the worst, and we're going to run it in the tumbler, give it its best opportunity. The only exception that I'm doing here is I'm not going to mix up a new batch, because I already have a batch that's already I've used a couple times, and you know, it's still got life in it, so I'm going to use it. So this will be, I believe, the 3rd washing of the same liquid that I've used doing this 5.56 brass, some other 9mm and 45 ACP brass. So let's, I'll show you the brass. We're going to dump it in the tumbler, kick it on, and then I'm going to bring you back here, and we're going to show you the results, the before and after. All right, so this is some of the nastiest brass. And it's brass. I had to run it through a magnet because it's so dirty, that I've ever put in a tumbler. This has been, you know, out in the field for a long time. Some of this isn't too bad. When you get down in here, we've got some really dirty brass. So we're going to see how that brass juice does against this. All right, I'm not going to mess around too much. I'm just going to dump it all in here. Dirt and all. And might as well dump all these in here too. We'll just mix it all together. Alright. Okay, so we've got it all inside there, and again guys, I am not using stainless steel pins. We're just going to mix up some brass juice and run it in there and see how it goes. Okay, so when I use this Frankford Arsenal tumbler, I put the mesh on top and I just dump out the liquid. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's pretty dirty. And this will be the 3rd wash on it. So I'm just going to dump it from my 5-gallon bucket right in with the brass that we just stuck in there. Try not to make a mess. And I'm going to keep dumping. I'm going to try to, there's residue that's settled on the bottom, some of the dirt. I'm going to try to avoid getting all that in there. But, yeah, let's just put it all in there. Hey, I missed one. So this is going to be, again, worst case scenario. The worst brass I found. and reusing the liquid again for the third time. So let's get this thing tumbling. All right, real quick tip for you guys running this Frankford Arsenal tumbler. I always get some of the soapy water, or in this case, this is going to be brass juiced up water, just to put on the seal. And one thing I've learned too, you don't have to go super tight on this. A lot of guys you'll crank on it and it'll start leaking, but basically, you know, what I can get there with my fingers is that's tight enough. So let's get this thing turning. All right, let's get this media tumbler going here. I'm going to crank it all up to 3 hours, giving it the best case scenario to wash this in every regard. So here we go. All right, guys, let's check it out. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get this lid off, and I'm already seeing some mud and pea gravel and stuff. So we're going to go ahead and dump this liquid out. I'm going to pan you over here so you can see what's going on. All right, here we go. Oh, that is a muddy mess right there. All right, a few good shakes. And you guys are going to see it as same as I see it. I'm just going to reach in and pull out some. Look at that. That was the nastiest range brass I have picked up in a long time. And stuff looks awesome. No pins, no nothing. I'm going to get these in the dryer and rinsed off, and then I'll pan you back so you can take another look at them. All right, let's show some of these off. Again, this was all very dirty, various calibers. They're still dripping a little bit here. No steel pins whatsoever with the brass juice. Pretty impressive, to say the least. All right, so there you have it. There is the test of all tests, in my opinion, for brass juice. Again, this is some of the dirtiest range brass I've picked up in a long time. And the reason I picked it up was, you know, components and everything's getting short, and just having some brass to process down the reloading room gets things done. Plus, there's some new calibers in here, and that's an excuse to buy another gun, right? But no pins, basically from the range into the bucket. I sorted all the pistol brass, and we just focused on the rifle brass because it was probably the dirtiest. None of these have been decapped or anything, but you know, so I can't comment on the primer pocket condition. But to look at this now versus where it was 3 hours ago is pretty amazing, considering there was no stainless steel pins to worry about, and that's the third wash on that batch of brass juice that I put together. So I am very impressed. If you guys, what's your experience on brass juice? Or do you stick in with the stainless steel pins, dry media? I mean, they all work. It just boils down to what method works the best for you. I'd love to hear what you guys are doing. If you have any questions or comments, hit me up at squatchreloading@gmail.com. You can always find me on social media at Instagram and Facebook, both of those at Squatch Reloading. And if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for what's coming up on the channel. And until next time, guys, God bless.